How are you doing? What's going on? Yeah. I've been sick all week, so it's been a little, but it's always fun to be here, though. How you doing?
Everything's great.
Yeah.
We continue to make our faith-based movies.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to keep working on our lives.
So I was thinking about you because, that's how The Blob and all those movies were really the fun faith-based movies. You know that history, right?
Oh, I don't know that I knew the Blob was.
Yeah, Chris Yeworth, he would tell us about, his father, Erwin Yeworth. Do you remember Chris when you used to come here?
No, I don't.
Oh, you came here after Chris passed, maybe. Chris used to be here every year. He was Erwin Yeworth's son.
Okay.
Very devoted Christian man. Yeah. Well, he only had a little bit left. So, because his father sold most of it to, what's the fellow's name also who passed away? Do you remember his name? I remembered the name before, but when all those movies, the Blob, Dinosaurs, 4D Man, the whole reason Erwin Yeworth made those movies was to fund his Christian movies. So he made a movie called The Gospel Blimp.
All right.
And it was based on a short story where this a few people from the church, they're like, we got to get more people to come to church. Let's rent a blimp that'll play gospel music and throw tracts out. And then they were like, they realized what a silly idea that was. But that's a movie. You can find it on YouTube, The Gospel Blimp. And then he gave us once, Chris, their visit to Jerusalem. They did a Christmas special with Pat Boone. And it was actually Passover time. So Chris would always tell us he went to Passover Seder by the mayor of Jerusalem, together with his father and Pat Boone and his whole family and the Boone family. And so he had some great stories. It's a shame you never met Chris because he was a wonderful person.
And on a similar path. I mean, I require the secular stuff.
Right.
Because I don't make money from the other stuff.
Right.
We were arguing with the distributor about I wanted them to put it in more meant you have to spend more money.
Yeah.
And she said, everyone else stands. I tell them when we're making the movie or putting it out, and they're okay with it. You're the only one who has an opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, no one else has my experience. That's
right.
The first thing. The second thing is, I said, I don't make any money.
Right.
So if I'm arguing God's point of view.
Yeah.
God wants eyes on the movie.
Yeah.
I also am making it.
Yeah.
Like, just help me get it out.
Yeah.
Help me get people to see it.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. And then, of course, Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Right, funded by the back.
Yeah, and there was all the religious, little things that, people still write about, especially with the controversy with the Disclosure Day, and they're saying, people might have crisis of faith. I don't understand why that would be if you have faith. What difference would it make if aliens are real? But
well, that's what I said last night.
Yeah.
Why couldn't both things exist? They'd be created by the same God.
Right.
Doesn't mean, people are their understanding is so limited. They don't realize the eyes of God see everything.
Right.
Why would you? You think this solar system has a God,
right,
and another solar system has a different God?
Right.
It's very odd.
Yeah.
We live in a world where all somebody wants to do is prove you're wrong.
Yeah.
And the bottom line, you hear it every day, and they're like, there's no such thing as a miracle, except,
right.
We don't know what was there before the Big Bang.
Right.
And then there was a Big Bang.
And people don't even realize the Big Bang Theory was invented by a Catholic priest.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, people think this is some anti-religious thing. No, before the Big Bang Theory, science just thought the universe was static and it existed forever. So basically the Big Bang proved that there was a beginning.
Right.
So say in the beginning was real because So like people, they just want, like you said, people want to prove each other wrong instead of trying to find common ground. And that's why I appreciate my work. Like we have every different religion, we sit together and we all get along. All different types of Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Native American, pagan, we all get along. We can agree to disagree, and I think we can learn from that. What you see.
I just they go to such lengths to say how bad we are, but you watch actually within our culture. They'll point to the guy wearing blackface and say that was bad. But you could also point to Stymie and say, watch The Little Rascals.
Right.
He's treated exactly like the rest of them.
Yeah.
Nobody
And the
cares.
thing was, Al Jolson was very into, and he not only that, but he worked for, racial justice and all kinds of things. He wasn't a racist. That just was how they did things back then. And it's a crazy world with but the thing is, I think a lot of the media plays up more than what is in the reality, because you don't meet people like that in real life as much
I travel all the time,
Yeah.
more than many people. We're black, white, nobody cares. And
Right.
we'll both be in a thing watching a TV, and they say racial unrest continues to rise. And you look at the black guy next to you, and you're like, where is that?
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody, by the way, the other thing is, I hate to break it to the game. Nobody cares.
Right.
It's the most important thing.
But then they don't care when it's all about politics, because they don't care. Look at how many people from that lifestyle are in Trump's cabinet. Nobody. That's not part of the politics.
Scott Besson was because he could sit up there and go, you people are liars.
Yeah. They just want to divide and conquer, and that's what it's a shame.
They should just come to here and see everybody together.
Right. That's also like Monster Bash. It's like it's a haven from all that, because people can forget about politics, forget about and just have fun. And it's.
I love watching the kids grow up. Are any of them going into the business, or are they all thinking, so what are you gonna do?
He doesn't know yet.
You don't know.
He's got his bar mitzvah coming up next month.
God bless. Good on you.
Anyway, you said keep in touch when I asked you about the movie.
Yeah.
Do you have like an email?
I do have an email, but I'll tell you what I'll do. So can I give you Tammy's email? Because she's a lot better at answering email. And you just say, that's her email there, Tammy.com. If you have any questions, or text her, email her. He asked about the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Which I just don't know when it's coming out. I don't know.
I started my own horror host show
Stop.
on YouTube. Just
What's it called?
Rabbi Joe's Midnight Monster Manor.
You have a card?
No.
You should have a
You could,
card.
yeah. What I was thinking of was making some DVDs and.
Oh yeah, just give them away.
Yeah.
Well, I'm writing that down.
I've done 13 episodes so far.
Rabbi Jones.
Midnight Monster Manor. I spelled midnight MIDNITE. Monster Manor, and I'm embarrassed to say I have AI write my scripts, but it makes it quicker. And I've done some funny stuff. When Sora was around, I made a Thanksgiving episode with Unknown Island.
Okay.
And because I started, I was like, Thanksgiving, they'd always show King Kong.
Right.
On Channel 11 in New York and whatever. And then I was like, we're going to show King Kong. And then I get a call. I do like a Bob Newhart bit where I'm answering the phone. It's the lawyers from, it's another 3 years till it'll be in the public domain. You can't show it yet. So then I was like, they on Channel 9 they'd show Godzilla versus Megalon. So then I think that was in the public domain. They were like, it was, but then Toho was like, it's not anymore. So I got another phone call, and I was like, all right.
This is all on the show.
Yeah, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show. And then they're like, you could show Unknown Islands. That's kind of like King Kong. I was like, I don't know about showing a movie in color. And then but then I do these all on. I did with AI like a trailer to like a giant turkey attacking the pilgrims, like a 50s monster movie. And then the other thing I do was, you know, the commercial with the crying Indian with the pollution. So I have people are picking up trash, and a pilgrim is crying because they're picking up the trash, and I have the same.
And I love the crying Indian was Italian.
Yeah.
So Sorrow isn't around anymore?
No.
They took it away?
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what that was, but I made some funny stuff because you were able to like because you saw. Were you here last night when they showed the Elvis? Yeah. They did the same guy did like Abbott and Costello. I think he did Elvis with Abbott and Costello, like on a dinosaur island. He did Elvis with Night of Living Dead. He did a few like that, so I made some like that before, but then Sora went away, so I had some other AI. They're not as good. They don't make the same type of.
Yeah, that was so well done.
Yeah.
Are you kids homeschooled or do you go to school?
They go to school. They go to religious school.
Oops, how's this? MST3K. I was watching Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, wait a second, I know that guy. And my sister was like, and my brother was like, no, you don't know that guy. I was like, yeah, it is. It's Dan Roebuck from Monster Rush. And the next thing he was like, wait a second, that's Dan Roebuck.
That was a fun show. And I had done that movie. I had done that movie, Agent Cody Pinks, with Frankie. So I already had played his dad.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Dina, get that out of your mouth.
With your little. Do you guys help Dad make his TV show?
They have their own. These two, but we keep it unlisted. But they did their own horror host show, The Vampire Sisters.
Okay.
We could send you the link.
Yes, please.
They did.
Send it to Sandy Jimmy.
Yeah.
Dina, tell him about vampires. No.
Talk louder and clearer. Turn around and talk and tell.
Okay, loudly.
You got a cooking?
Yeah, they do a cooking segment,
Oh, cooking segment.
like the cooking show segment, and we have two pet snakes, and they use them in the show.
Did you guys? Did you see the Munsters? Can they watch the Munsters?
Yeah. Did you watch
real
the?
ones.
No, but did you watch the on Netflix?
I think so.
I
wanted
think-
to watch it.
I think we watched it.
It's so silly.
Yeah.
Do you have a DVD player?
We have it. It's on Netflix, isn't it?
Not anymore.
Oh, it's on Netflix
Yeah,
anymore.
it was a 3-year deal.
Oh. Yeah, we have a DVD player. Yeah.
What was this?